Hello everyone, we are back with our roasting of Indian Agentic AI startups part 2. To make things clear, this is not really a roast in that sense. We're just analyzing and understanding the Indian AI ecosystem and what's going on in the SaaS space with Agentic AI platforms and SaaS platforms in general. And we will try review and look at these platforms and products using or leveraging or mentioning about Agentic AI and rank them in our AI startup tier list. We have a list of almost 100 plus startups in this, where we will be through this series reviewing them, looking at them and ranking them between our S to D tiers. Currently, if you have not looked at it, we have done the part 1 series where we explored Unifor, Gupshup AI, 9AI and Poodle AI, and done a review of them, looked at what they offer, looked at a few demos and tried it ourselves as well, and put them in this ranking. Currently, we have Unifor, Gupshup and 9AI at the A tier list. Nothing came so far worthy enough to be called an S tier sort of product, but we have Poodle AI, which is at B. But yeah, moving on, today we will review another 4 startups essentially as part of this live stream. We'll look at Yellow.ai, we'll look at Sarvam AI and their models and APIs essentially, and then look at SquadStack as well as Loop.io, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, so the goal of today and this live stream essentially is to look at those startups, see where they are at, what do they offer, are they of global competitive nature where we can pitch, work, use this product as part of our day-to-day lives, and see where that goes. But yeah, to begin with, we have Gemini answering or creating us this dashboard, which gives us the details of all the 108 startups. How we found out about these 108 startups, you might ask. This is essentially from an article from Analytics India magazine, where they have mentioned all of the agentic AI startups in India. We started off once, which are spread across multiple states, as you can see, across India, and we started with the ones that have very low or lower count of startups. We started with Himachal Pradesh with Poodle AI, which was essentially a platform for robotics to manage, test in a controlled environment and run LLMs and specific automation, specific queries or agentic queries on them. Then we looked at 9AI, which offers like a agency or service for you to onboard and use these agentic AI platforms to solve and hire as employees to get the job done, whether that is for HR, sales, accounts and things like that, as well as be your agentic AI partner who can deliver LLMs or any other sort of agentic workflow for your use case as an organization. And then we looked at some of the popular ones that were highlighted by Gemini based on their relevance. So this is a relevance score distribution where for all these startups, 108 startups, I don't have the exact formula on how it came about with this reference, but it mostly looks into the chatter online about these startups, what have they done so far and how important do they feel to an end user, and based on that a lot of them fall into 4 to 6 category, which is sad, but yeah, we'll not let AI decide that. We'll do that analysis ourselves as part of the series and get to the conclusions. But what we did is started off once with the highest relevance score. We looked at, as I mentioned, we looked at Veriloop. We will look at Veriloop, but the startups that we looked at essentially were 9AI, Gupshup, Unifor for now, as well as Poodle AI and rank them. Poodle AI was not really a high ranker, but it was just, as I told, one of the startups only from Himachal Pradesh. So we looked at that first. But yeah, moving on our criteria list, we will today look at Yellow AI to begin with, but let's understand what Yellow AI actually does based on what Gemini could figure out. So Yellow AI offers a total experience automation platform that helps enterprises create personalized interaction across marketing, sales and support. So if you have not looked at the stream yesterday, it's similar to Unifor, I would say, where they create agents for specific workflows, similar to also Gupshup, but Gupshup is more or less on the conversational side around WhatsApp business accounts and using WhatsApp business APIs, from what I could gather. But let's look at the analysis Gemini has done around the startup and see what this startup is all about. I mean, it looks like they offer various agents that you can use, and one constant theme we have seen is a lot of the times chatbots are essentially termed as agents these days, but we'll also go through that, and if that is the case with Yellow AI. And looks like Yellow AI addresses the critical challenge faced by modern enterprise, delivering consistent, personalized, and efficient interaction across the entire customer lifecycle. Okay, and increasing employee lifecycle. So I think it's more for customer retention, customer onboarding, and customer satisfaction as part of its cost. Yeah, in today, traditional CX approaches often involve silo departments. Yes, I'm aware of those. Uh, Using disparate tools leading to inconsistent customer experience, high operational cost, lack of personalization, and even agent burnout. Which makes sense for whom the target is probably toward mid and large enterprises across various industries that have a high volume. So let's say if I'm like a Airtel fiber and have request for service and request for complaints that my internet is not working, I think this is probably somewhere I would use this. Or I have an air conditioner that I want to get service as part of my recent purchase. Maybe I could use something like this to solve that. So makes sense. A lot of use cases: healthcare, automotive, telecommunications, financial, how they make revenue, tiered pricing, enterprise licensing, blah blah blah. But yeah, I think let's I think we have a fair understanding now, but let's look at their website and what they have on offer for us to explore. Yellow AI enterprise grade agentic AI platform. Let's look at the platform. AI agent builder. Okay, nice. Conversational knowledge base and blah blah blah. Agentic rack. So I can essentially have Yellow AI provided with some knowledge base of my organization, and then it can help me build a conversation builder which has the context and the information and go from there, as well as an AI co-pilot from the looks of it. Let's just try what do they offer and see how far we can get through this process as a free user. Sign up with Google, sign up with Auth. Okay, I am a user, no credit card required. That's good. So I will probably be able to demo something here, but let's see. But yeah, I think just for context, while that loads up, a lot of these activities is just done by Gemini and created for me based on just an image that I gave to Gemini. I told it to do an OCR of the whole thing and figure out what these startups are, and then build me this dashboard which I can reference in the live stream today. And then I also told it to create a tiered list for me. So I want to organize and tier all of these startups, and I just gave it an image of how a tier list builder looks like, and I told it build me something where I can provide a tiered list. I have multiple startups that I want to rank and go from there, and it listed me all of the startups that are not ranked today, can be ranked, and then rank them here. So that's what that is. Let's start. I think we have a data region. Let's start with India. Why not? Company, let's call it Acme. Polite, witty. Okay, I wanted polite because I'm looking at a customer. Describe your AI agent's role. So yeah, I think this is I don't know if you guys have used it, but it's similar to how Atlassian Rovo does, where you can Atlassian Rovo agent setup. Atlassian has this thing called Rovo, which is their version of Agentic AI or their whole AI platform. And here I can create agents to do certain tasks. I give it with a prompt as to who you are, give it a personality, give it an identity. I reference it across knowledge bases that it has to refer to answer questions, and I give it a prompt as to this is how you are going to answer or reply or respond to specific questions asked you, and that's what it did itself. And I think this is probably a similar experience. But I think the good thing is I can actually copy an existing thing, and which is a sales representative for Gmail dedicated to providing exceptional service and insightful information to perform in blah blah blah, including blah blah blah. Your goal is to assist users anything related to product overviews. Okay, this is good. Let's start. How do I apply? Okay, next. Add support URL. google.com/support. I mean, I'll just enter random values because I just want to see if it works. And I as you saw, there was a step where I could add or upload documentation for it to reference and learn from. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I can set up agents for my own use cases, provide it a knowledge base, and probably I'll also embed this as part of my website. That's what I'm expecting it to be. Bot could not be created. Why? Let's do a support.google.com. Maybe that's a valid site. It might support. Let's see. I think I got an error. Add document. Okay, let me just upload some random document and see if it works. Let's see, what does it do? This is a random patent related document I wrote about. Okay, looks like we are running into trouble. This is not a good look. Teach Gmail's AI agent about your company. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't want to move. Save and continue. Hello, sir. Support.google.com. I would expect this to be a actual website, which it looks to be. Let's just put it on the Gmail support in this case. Let's give it that. Let's see where it can go. Please work. Okay, it doesn't want to work, looks like. But anyway, I think we have a good gist of what it can do. I can build chatbots for use cases. I can provide it with drag. I can also use it for testing. Interesting. So it's also a QA agent for me. Ship reliable AI agents fast. Okay, I can actually test my agent across multiple scenarios, which is good. So all in all, I think this is a great platform essentially for you to build AI agents for your specific use case. Now, as I told this, a lot of the time it feels like it's just a chatbot being called as AI agent, but I think the AI here essentially is me providing it with knowledge base and knowledge, and it's synthesizing all of this information itself and figuring things out. Because I've had built chatbots previously where I had to actually go through each scenario and iteration of an if else. If a customer responds with something that includes X or Y keyword, respond with this, an answer possibly which is accurate to the question, but if not, just push them certain links of the documentation and then let the user figure out. But this looks to be much more reliable in that sense that it can actually answer a few questions that I have, and I can enhance and build on top of its knowledge base and go from there. But yeah, all in all, pretty interesting what they do. I think a good looking website in a sense. And the fact that these guys are part of the Magic Quadrant and have been mentioned there as a challenger, which is also good. But can I access that Magic Quadrant? Resource library, blah blah blah. Let's just search Magic. Okay, access report I found. Wait, why does it keep going away? Oh, I just saw it. It's just here. Give me. Okay, so we have Yellow.ai, which is on the challenges. I think Core AI is on the top. Google is one of the other leaders. Cognite guy, I don't know how to pronounce that. Boost AI, which is good. I think they are competing with IBM as a challenger, and they have Sprinkler, Live Person, SoundHound, and others in the market as well in the same space. But yeah, I think pretty close to becoming leaders. But I think the good part is they are challenging at least the market leaders and going from there. But yeah, a Magic Quadrant is essentially an easier way to figure out where they are on the market in terms of conversational AI platforms. That what it is. But yeah, I think overall I would give a solid A. I would have wanted it to work actually, and me being able to test it out. Nonetheless, I think a good concept, a great product. Let's look at their pricing. I'm just interested in that. How do they price? Okay. Usage based pricing 100. What is MTU? What does MTU mean? Monthly blah blah blah. I don't know. You can do one custom, 2 channels, 1 bot, limited integrations. But yeah, okay. Or all in all, I think I like it. But yeah, let's move to our next startup in this case. The next one we are looking at is Sarvam AI. Now, Sarvam, I know pretty much they are sort of the ChatGPT of India in a way, because they build LLMs of their own for specific Indic languages, and they offer APIs for you to build on top of these LLMs that they have built, trained on a lot of India specific or regional data. And I know a lot of government organizations, essentially NPCI, Aadhaar, and a lot of other departments in the government do use or probably sponsor them or are investors or things like that. But yeah, these guys are part of the generative AI LLM industry. Sarvam AI addresses a critical gap in blah blah blah. The inactive of limit trained prominently on Western data for the uniquely genetic and context. So yeah, these guys are trained heavily on India specific data, and their LLMs essentially are existing, and I think they have a pretty good command on the linguistic side of things. Now, I know ChatGPT has done a lot of effort and improved their linguistic capabilities, at least on Hindi and some other prominent Indian languages, but I think maybe their model training size is mostly Western data, and all of the, I mean, probably all of the data on the internet, but I don't know how much of that is India regional specific data in its own. But yeah, Sarvam AI and their LLMs claim to be more understandable of the Indian linguistics and the languages spoken here. India has 22 official languages, and its current models have limited proficiency access. Understanding Indian idioms, social norms, blah blah blah. So just trained on more Indian facts, I believe, is the entire of it. This is for enterprise who want to operate in India and specific sectors in India, which makes sense. Agencies looking to improve citizen services, disseminate. Okay. This is where I would assume why some government departments are actually using Sarvam AI to answer specific user questions, or probably when framing policies, look at data and understand some more. And as developers, you can use these LLMs and the APIs available to build your own product specific to the Indic language, or the Indic or the Indian space as or the Indian market as a whole. The revenue model is probably similar to how you can purchase a subscription or pay for the tokens generated through the API for your specific query, and the input and output from that. Adoption, we are aware of all of this, but yeah, let's look at what do they have on the website and go from there. Building the bedrock of sovereign AI for India, which is good. I think that this is a great selling point, at least for all of your Aadhaars, ministries in the Niti Aayog in the government, and for Indian specific organizations who cater to Indian customers and the Indian audience as general. In terms of products, they have a lot of speech to text, which is interesting. So it probably can understand multiple languages and respond to you there as part of the speech to text initiative. So I can talk in my mother tongue and it will probably be able to figure out. Can I try it? Get started. And there. But first looks, I think the branding is clean. I like this, and it's a homely sort of feel, right? In India. Pricing 30 rupees per hour. We are offering free credits worth rupees 1000. Nice, I need it. And they have a API dashboard where I can probably look at the API credits that I have consumed or are available for me. But yeah, let's look at this. Wow. Text to speech, speech to text. Let's see. I'll try to speak in Hindi and see how well it can translate. I would assume it to be very well, because I know ChatGPT for a fact is very good in Hindi. Now I can try Telugu, but let's see. Let's try that. Let me see. Hello, ela unnaru meeru. Now మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? నేను షగున్ మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. మీకు మీకు నా నా చెప్పడం అర్థమవుతుంది. ఐఎమ్ వెరీ బ్యాడ్. I've last spoken it like 10 years ago. Uh, నేను మాట్లాడేదే మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? ఓకే, లెట్స్ సీ. Speak, detect and label speaker. Okay, the language was Telugu. Okay, generate. Let's see what text it generates. Now I essentially tell I am Shagun, this is what I do, can you understand what I am talking? Oh wow, I forgotten to read Telugu. మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? Wow, this is interesting. Can I read? Hello, ఎలా ఉన్నారు మీరు? Now మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? నేను షగున్ మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. మీకు మీకు నా నా చెప్పడం అర్థమవుతుంది. I can make sense. I'm very bad. I've last spoken it like 10 years ago. నేను మాట్లాడేదే మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? Wow, this is good. It can actually write in Telugu for me, which is I didn't expect it to. I thought it would respond in Hindi, but yes, speech to text makes sense. It responds. Am I allowed to change the language? It's a thumbs up for sure. Home, chat. Where do I look at my history? I'm a little lost. Speech to text. Let's go back here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, very interesting. I like it. I can see the impact it can create for multiple organizations. Translate speech to text. Now, I don't know if they have. Do they have anything open source that I can look at? Company, Sovereign AI. I like it. Let's see. They have a blog, right? Join Sarvam, they are hiring, which makes sense. They're probably growing now. Oh yeah, see. Sarvam Translate, an open weight model, supports translation across 22 Indian languages. Introduced Sarvam, a hybrid Indic model fine-tuned for Indian languages, math and programming. Oh, interesting. Let's see. And this is open source, I believe. I saw the label. Download the model from Hugging Face. Wow. Kudos. I don't think this... let's look at them on LM Arena. Let's see if someone has ranked them or where did it go? What's it called? Sarvam M. Okay. Let's see. I am interested now. Wait, find the best AI for you. I need to look at the leaderboard. Show me the leaderboard, my guy. Can I search? I can't search. Yo, I just need to search Sarvam. The one we were looking at was not... Where is speech? Text, web vision, search, image to video, copilot. Can I search? Doesn't look like it. Wait. Scroll. Default. Language. Standard. Can I search? Let's look at all. Maybe there's something in here. Sarvam. Why? There's no Hindi here or any other language. Overall, I don't see Sarvam here for some reason. View all. Okay, that's sad. Sad that we don't have Sarvam here on the website. But yeah, I think overall, at least Now, my as I mentioned, my Telugu is not the best, but I can see it actually translating. I can verify it's almost accurate. Now, I am not an expert now in the language anymore, as I used to be once upon a time. But yeah, the fact that they also have an open source LLM model that I can run, I'll probably try it out. But yeah, pretty solid, I would say. Pretty solid. So I think this might just be our first S tier. So let's rank them on our thing, and I will give them S tier for now. Here. Okay, so that's our first S tier done. So, but yeah, I'll probably come back to this. Will you try using this in some of our projects? Probably something that we build India specific, but very interesting. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's look at the next startup that we have. SquadStack. I've never heard of them. A sales acceleration platform that combines AI, data science, and remote workforce to help businesses lead engagement and conversion, which is a very valid use case for all of your D2C startups who want leads and actually decrease the cost of a general lead or acquisition of a customer, or I think it's called CAC, customer acquisition cost. Let's see if they talk of this use case where they can help me reduce the CAC and help me generate more leads. Launching world's first agentic AI stack for consumer sales. Interesting. I like it. Oh, I would want to try it. Let's restart and see. Leading brands use SquadStack. It's little like a tongue twister just by the name of it. For customer success outsourcing. Yeah, I like it. Lot of good names. Zepto, I&E Money. I see. I can see how Zepto can use this. Bharat Pay, Eureka Force, okay, a lot of customers, good names, good logos. Unify stack for high performance sales engagement. So everything around sales these guys can do, and probably okay, I see integrations with HubSpot where all of probably my chat interactions can live. Humanoid AI agent, smart call assignment, things like that. Trained on 600 million plus minutes of real human interactions. I like it. Oh, pretty neat for a new startup. Based out of Noida. Interesting, I like it. Let's refresh. I want to experience it live. That's what I want, that's what I got. Revenue driven AI agents that onboard, upsell, cross sell, qualify. Do they call on my behalf? Let's see.
Bots. That's because most of them sound robotic, struggle with Indian accents, fail in noisy environments, and hallucinate often.
And this looks like a very normal, very sales or sort of or like a tier one sales or organization or a sales employee. Similar Indian accent is what I meant.
Meet SquadStack's humanoid AI agent stack, the most human sounding AI platform ever built for consumer sales. You can't tell it apart from a human. It has been trained on nearly 600 million minutes of real sales calls across industries, buyer personas, use cases, and agents. With 20 plus natural Indian voices, human like latency, and emotionally intelligent responses, it feels just like talking to a real person. Let's follow one lead, Riya Sharma, who just applied for a 3 lakh rupees personal loan on the Health First Finance website. The moment Riya enters the system, our AI lead manager activates. Based on metadata such as employer, salary bracket, intent keywords, past activity, and more, our real-time propensity models trained on conversion data from millions of past leads score each lead accurately. Riya is flagged as high converting. Next, the connectivity engine decides the best time and channel to reach Riya. Based on past lead behavior, it picks voice plus WhatsApp scheduled instantly.
Wow.
Now watch Maya, our humanoid AI agent for Health First, qualify the lead autonomously, empathetically, and fast.
So am I speaking with Ria? Yes, speaking. Who is this? Hi, this is Maya from Health First Finance. You recently applied for a 3 lakh rupees medical loan and I just wanted to help you with the next steps. हाँ मैंने आपकी वेबसाइट पे फॉर्म
Are they going to sell the loan or like health insurance?
भरा था.
Maybe they're the same.
बहुत अच्छा, आपने हेल्थ फर्स्ट की वेबसाइट पे फॉर्म सबमिट किया था मैग्नेट मोटर्स नागपुर एज योर कंपनी मेंशन किया है और आपकी इन हैंड सैलरी 42,000 रुपए बताई गई थी, सही है? हाँ यही है. बट अब मुझे मेडी ट्रस्ट से एक बेटर ऑफर मिल गया 13.5% इंटरेस्ट रेट. योर 15% इज टू मच. मतलब वाई शुड आई गो विद यू? Valid point, Ria. But usually Meditrust takes 2 to 3 working days for approval and asks for documents again. With us, you are already pre-approved. There is zero documentation repeat and we can start your disbursal today itself. So you will save a lot of time and effort with us. अच्छा. EMI कितने की पड़ेगी और आप लोग कोई हिडन चार्जेस तो नहीं लगाते हो? आपकी EMI 10,400 रुपए प्रति महीना रहेगी पूरे 36 महीनों के लिए. रेट फिक्स रहेगा और कोई हिडन चार्जेस नहीं है. मैं अभी आपको व्हाट्सएप पे पूरा ऑफर डिटेल्स भेज रही हूँ ताकि आप सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन क्लियर देख सकें. ठीक है भेजिए. थैंक यू.
Wow, interesting. And I would assume if I pushed it a little further to also give me some more discount and ask it how much discount could you give. I don't know if that is also part of its criteria to probably offer a max of 2% discount, or decrease the interest rate by 2% at a maximum in case of potential to convert being greater or equal to 90%, maybe something like that should be possible.
क्यों मैंने अभी आपको व्हाट्सएप पर PDF ऑफर फाइल भेज दी है. आप आराम से डिटेल्स चेक कर सकते हैं और कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ सकते हैं. Yes, I have a few doubts.
Okay, wait, let's see.
No problem at all, Ria. You can call the direct advisor number given in the WhatsApp message if you want, or if you prefer. I can connect you to our human advisor right now to clear all your doubts. Would you like to talk to them live? Yes, I would like to talk to them right now. Connect.
I think that part little bit gave it away, and I don't know that was intentional for it to mention that I can collect it to a human advisor,
Connecting you to our human advisor now, Ria.
and the fact that it did not really mention that it is an AI, which also makes sense because you don't want the other guy to freak out.
Thank you for your time and all the best. Thank you.
As soon as the call ends, the AI supervisor kicks in, scoring the agent's performance across 23 quality parameters. This helps improve speech flow, tone, and compliance in real time. The AI business analyst follows up with voice of customer insights, analyzing which messaging cadences work best and running A/B tests to optimize future conversations. All the CRM data is auto-updated with enterprise-grade D&D, consent, and spam filters built in. With SquadStack's humanoid AI agent stack, you don't just automate calls, you automate conversions. Voice first, fully autonomous and enterprise grade, now live across industries like e-commerce, healthcare, lending, education, insurance, and more. Ready to convert like never before? Book a demo. Watch it work.
Yeah, I like it. So it also has, it can also context around multiple industries and probably deal with multiple types of customers. Listen to the call. What does this do?
हेलो नमस्ते, मैं जतिन बोल रहा हूँ से। जसराज जी, क्या आपको हेल्प और मसल मास गेनर की रिक्वायरमेंट है? क्या रेट मिलेगा सर?
Wow, this is a good demo.
हेलो, मैं कोमल बात कर रही हूँ. क्या मेरी बात आशीष बंसल जी से हो रही है?
जी मैडम.
हायरिंग टीम से बात कर रही हूँ. आपने पार्सल डिलीवरी में इंटरेस्ट दिखाया था, तो क्या आप हमारे साथ महीने के 30 से 40 हजार रुपए कमाना चाहेंगे?
30 से 40 हजार. जी.
में जुड़ने पे आप
Wow, this is pretty interesting. I don't know what models do they use on the back end. Do they use 11 labs or some fine-tuned version of an LLM? or have something that they trained internally. But I could assume if it's one of the others or using some other services, but the fact that the latency is less, maybe they, I think that's probably possible today, of that 800 millisecond latency that I saw somewhere. But yeah, I think a lot of I think it's financial sort of organizations trying to onboard customers, delivery guys trying to onboard people for deliveries, digital for lending, loans, shiprocket similar, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's look. Do they have any pricing? Resources, webinars, events, company, career, book a demo. Why do they not have any pricing? Which, or at least a page for pricing. Okay, good logos. Like the logos. This probably is just another S tier for me at this point. Just the fact that the demos were so cool. SquadStack. Let's go. Okay, SquadStack. I think you're doing a great job. Now let's look at about how old are these guys. Hola, we are SquadStack. We're led by blah blah blah. Okay, they are Series B raised, which makes sense given the customers they have. Kanika Jain, Vikas Gulati, Apurva Agrawal. Good for them. And they also have a
Welcome to Inside SquadStack.
Yeah, I'll probably check this out offline. But yeah, interesting product, interesting team. They have raised some funding. I don't really see a pricing page or like a self-service model, which makes sense because you might have to fine tune based on the use case and things like that and onboard a customer. But yeah, all in all looks good. I see also certificates on the compliance and security side. I don't see a specific security page, or maybe I'm blind. But yeah, nevertheless, these guys deserve an S tier like Sarvam. But yeah, moving on, the other one we wanted to look at today is Veerloop.io. I think that's how you pronounce them. We'll come back to SquadStack. I'll probably look at them in more detail offline and see what else they can do. Veerloop is a conversational AI platform specializing in customer support automation, blah blah blah. Similar to SquadStack or like a Yellow.ai, probably more close to Yellow.ai at this point. Veerloop also, but yeah, but I think these guys are more conversational led, as in, or instead of like a chat led interface is what I understood out of it. Let's see what analysis we get from Gemini around Veerloop and what do they do, and then we'll look at and make our roast if we need to by looking at their website. It's taking longer. Okay, Veerloop customer support, and they are also conversational AI for some reason. Maybe chat is also considered conversational. Veerloop.io addresses critical pain points for business struggling with high customer interaction. So I think it's sort of similar to how SquadStack was doing, but let's see how do they make. Market is primarily India specific, which makes sense given they are based in India. What's their revenue model? How they make money? Tiered pricing based on volume of conversation, number of integrations, makes sense, and value added services, and usage based overages, which makes sense. Let's look at their website. Okay, nothing fancy, at least, or your typical SaaS website for that matter. They have chats now. This, just by looking at it, looks like this is like a chat interface being dubbed as like a AI platform or Agentic AI platform. They have multiple customers, like Razorpay is the name I remember and know. Unilabs, EasyTap, yes. Slash support spend by half. Effortless resolve 90% of repeats, which is good. A lot of value driven marketing. Resolve 60% more queries from day one. Achieve 70% high CSAT. Word, a lot of value driven. As I mentioned, can I do a demo? Deliver delightful experience with chat and as well as voice. So these guys do both chat and voice. Gen AI model to help agents respond faster. Sparse auto QA or QA of the bot itself, I'm assuming. Not of your web applications, which is good. Improve agent product with Gen AI tools. What are those Gen AI tools? For example, I don't see any examples. Reply, accommodate multiple apps inside one view. So okay, apps like, so it can also look at additional sources. As if I add a specific plugin of Google Maps, you can probably share the directions or share the location and things like that and figure out. They have multiple integrations, 100 plus, which is good. So probably your CRMs and apps for communication and updates. Yeah, which might make sense. Why lead scared is here on the payment side. Okay, good, interesting. I like it. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but I think it's pretty meaningful. I can't really try or use a free trial. I have to do like a demo session with them, which is fine. But yeah, over and all, I think Loop is also similar to Yellow AI as well as the thing we just saw, Very Loop and SquadStack. SquadStack is more, I think, sales focus and more conversational and voice focus, whereas Yellow AI as well as Loop are more chat and auto and audio focused as well, and have integrations with your own CRMs, your ticketing, communications, networking, all sort of other platforms where you can which you can integrate for additional context or just as a way to reach out and communicate and work with the customer as a whole. But yeah, overall I think I would put it at a A. I didn't find anything just because I couldn't really use it. Talk to Velo voice AI, call 911. Can I try that? Okay, let me see. Let's do a live demo. 114141884811. So I'm calling these guys. गलत है. 114111888411. Maybe I need to add a 0. 0114111888411. Okay.
Hey there, I'm Yellow.ai, your friendly voice agent. I make millions of phone calls every month in pretty much any voice or language you want. What is your name, by the way?
आई एम शगुन. मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि आपकी सर्विसेज के बारे में आप मुझे कुछ बता सकते हैं.
Nice to meet you. आपने हमारा नंबर वेबसाइट पे देखा होगा. Yellow.ai बिजनेसेस को कॉल्स ऑटोमेट करने में मदद करता है 80 लैंग्वेजेस में.
अच्छा. And these are mostly Hindi languages or can you list them?
हम 10 प्लस इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस, अरबिक और भाषा में सपोर्ट देते हैं. आपने हमारा नंबर वेबसाइट पे देखा था क्या?
जी हाँ, मैंने आपका नंबर वेबसाइट पे देखा था और मैं जानना चाहता हूँ कि आप फ्री ट्रायल प्रोवाइड करते हैं.
Cool. Let me brag a
लेटेंसी इशू. हेलो.
मेन सेल्स, सपोर्ट, ऑनबोर्डिंग, रिमाइंडर्स सब कुछ हैंडल कर सकता हूँ. आप किस तरह की कॉल्स देख रहे हैं?
मैं एक वेबसाइट रन करता हूँ जिस पे बहुत सारे कस्टमर्स मुझे अपना कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर देते हैं और मैं उनको आज की दिन पे लाइक 1 by 1 कॉल करके.
Got it. बिल्कुल समझ आया. आप महीने में कितने लोगों से कॉल करने की सोच रहे हैं?
20 से 30 लोग. सो 1 per day.
ये कुछ ऐसा है जो हमारी टीम को डिस्कस करने में मजा आएगा. क्या मैं आपके लिए एक कॉल सेट कर दूं? कल 3 PM का स्लॉट कैसा रहेगा? ये यूज केस हमारी टीम को डिस्कस करना पसंद आएगा. क्या मैं आपके लिए कल 3 PM पर कॉल स्केड्यूल कर दूं?
ये कॉल होगी किसके साथ?
ये कॉल हमारी एक्सपर्ट टीम के साथ होगी जो आपके यूज केस को और डिटेल में समझेगी. क्या कल 3 PM का टाइम ठीक रहेगा?
कॉल से पहले क्या आप मुझे बता सकते हो कि आपका प्राइस रेंज किस किस रेंज में रहता है, मतलब फॉर योर सर्विसेज?
प्राइस रेंज आपके स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स पर डिपेंड करता है। क्या मैं कल 3 PM पर कॉल शेड्यूल कर दूं ताकि आप टीम से डिटेल्स डिस्कस कर सकें?
अभी के लिए आई जस्ट पास इट फॉर नाउ. आई कॉल यू अगेन लेटर probably sometime next week.
समझ आया। जब आप रेडी हो बस मुझे बताइए, मैं यहाँ हूँ मदद के लिए।
Thank you. Pretty solid. I like it. Okay, I was able to look at them and see from the live experience. Now this thing, yeah, I think it's visible, but that's not the first focus that I had as a user. But yeah, all in all, but there were latency issues. If you go back and look at this demo or look at this video again and my conversation with the bot, but all in all, I think it did a good job. Now it did cut me off in a few places. It did have latency issues in some or the other, and I'm assuming they use, I don't know, because I don't really. Let's look at their blogs. Company PR news, blah 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 blah. Not ready for customer. These are mostly their news resources. Blog. I probably don't think they have. Let's look at the category. Product. Okay, I don't know what do they use behind the scenes. We'll figure that out, but over and all, I think it's an A for me at this point. I liked it. It was interesting. I don't really know because I want to look at how this works behind the scenes, or it's just using 11 labs or some other service which I'm invoking by calling a specific number that they have set up. But all in all, I think it actually is mind blowing that I think the call center jobs are probably done in a year or two, given the speed and the accuracy of it. I did twist it around it, and it kept asking me back for, do you want to schedule a call at 3 p.m. But the fact that I would have wanted or would have expected to request for, can I call you back probably sometime next week, like any other sales agent would do, where they have a lead coming directly and calling them out. But yeah, that's what I would have expected it to do it for me as well. But all in all, pretty solid demo. Good interface, good navigations, and how it answered my questions and gave me the suggestions. But yeah, I think that's our tier list for today. I think we have two new S tiers, Sarvam, AI, SquadStack today. Given the quality of the demos, SquadStack, I was actually, yes, in some ways I was able to use it. In Not really able to use it, but look at it under various situations and circumstances, and just by the fact that listening to it, it felt more Indian specific, right? Whereas this one felt a little more chatbotty, like your any other chatbot in an English bot trying to like sound Indian. That's how it felt a little fake in comparison to how SquadStack's voice agents and voice demos were, and even from my usage of this demo from Weirloop. But yeah, overall, Sarvam AI looks pretty solid as like a foundational AI company doing a lot of LLM and sort of like level 0 ground level stuff, groundwork, and these guys and these all the other guys are using LLMs and other services on top to provide services on the voice, chat, agent support, sales, automation front for users. But yeah, that's it for today. We'll do the next part of it probably sometime soon, once I'm back from my work, and we'll see you guys then. But for now, I think that's it for today, and see you guys soon. Thank you.